What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got another episode of Chicago Bulls Weekly, and this could arguably be one of the shorter Chicago Bulls Weekly we may see on this channel for quite a long time, ladies and gentlemen, as we don't have too much to talk about for the previous week in terms of games, but we do have a lot to look forward to in the upcoming week as the Chicago Bulls return to action, ladies and gentlemen. I simply cannot wait for this game, and I can't wait to finally see some Chicago Bulls basketball again. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls current situation from the previous week. Obviously, 2 games postponed for that week. It was a very light week for the Bulls in general, even if we played those games. And right now, with the Bulls returning, a lot of our players returning, what do you expect from the upcoming week for the Chicago Bulls? So the only thing I can really talk about in terms of the previous week is that our games got postponed, rightfully so, I would say, and we're getting to the point now where there might be a couple more NBA teams that could get their games postponed in the near future, and maybe the league in general in a couple of weeks' time could also be a conversation of having that suspended for quite a few weeks as well. We're in that situation right now where a lot of teams are going through what the Bulls were going through, and thankfully we are on the other side of that now. We get players coming back into the team, players coming back and ready to go, and hopefully we could just have a healthy NBA by the time everybody returns for the team, and of course for other teams as well. We have a lot to look forward to in terms of this week. We have a lot to look forward to in terms of returns for the Chicago Bulls, and I just can't wait to see Bulls basketball again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, the people that are expected to return, I believe, for this upcoming game against the LA Lakers is going to be, obviously, DeMar DeRozan's probably the biggest one. Kobe White and Javonte Green are set to return. Derrick Jones Jr. is set to return as well. So we do have a couple of players coming back to maybe bolster the team and strengthen the teams in more ways than one, to try and give us a little bit more depth and make sure we're not relying on G League players like Alfonso McKinney and other players like that. We have our team basically ready to go again, and of course more people will come back in time. I believe Io's not far away. Alizé and Zach LaVine will be just after the Christmas break. So we do have a lot to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, and as I mentioned in the last video, it's about learning how to win without your best players. Obviously, we've played a couple of games without DeMar DeRozan, who's having a fantastic season. We've learned how to play without Vucevic, who again, although not at his best this season, he's a key component to the team, and he does end up making a difference when he's playing well. And now we're going to have to learn how to play without Zach LaVine. These are the things to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But without further ado, let's just look at the upcoming week for the Chicago Bulls. Enough about focusing on the past. What's done is done, ladies and gentlemen. The games have been postponed. We are well rested. We have had a full week without Bulls basketball, and I sorely do miss watching this team in action. And we got a couple of home games, ladies and gentlemen, to look forward to this week for the Chicago Bulls. We have 3 games to look forward to in this upcoming week. 2 of the games are pretty winnable, I would say, and I would say a lot of these games are winnable, to be fair, but at the end of the day, with the Bulls not being in a position where they played for a couple of weeks, maybe we might not see the best out of the Chicago Bulls straight away. It might take some time to adjust, and obviously we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So the first game is going to be against the Los Angeles Lakers at home. Now, the Lakers do have a crisis in terms of their injuries and their health and safety protocols as well. So both teams will be coming into this team relatively short-handed, short-staffed. And obviously we'll have to wait and see. No Anthony Davis for this game, so it's going to be a good indication for both teams to see where they're at, even when their best players are not playing. I hope the Bulls could do very well in this game. I still believe, according to betting odds and stuff like that, we are the favorites to win at the United Center, which is great to see, and hopefully we can get the job done. Hopefully DeMar DeRozan comes in, has a fantastic game. Hopefully we get to see a little bit of the bench mob come out firing. The Lakers do have very important players out, so do the Bulls. It's going to be an even test, I'd say. We'll wait and see how the situation goes over there. But again, I think everybody would love to beat the Lakers. I think they're just one of those teams, like New York in many ways, where it doesn't matter if they're playing well, they're playing bad, they're fully healthy, or they're not so healthy. You always want to go out and beat the Lakers because they are one of the biggest markets in the league, and you always want to impress against some of the bigger markets. Moving into the back-to-back, ladies and gentlemen, the very first return is off of a back-to-back for the Bulls. That's something else that we do need to look forward to, and hopefully our fitness will be there and we can have a bundle of energy in this back-to-back, because we do like to play with energy. Hopefully the week off doesn't hurt our fitness for this back-to-back. We have a home game against the Houston Rockets. If you don't remember, the last time we played the Houston Rockets, when we had the majority of our team healthy, Houston actually had a good comeback in the second half and humiliated the Bulls in a very poor loss, one of our worst losses of the season. Now, from that time, they've won a lot of games, the Houston Rockets. They do have some players out as well, but they found their rhythm, they found their chemistry, and they found their will to play. So it's going to be a fantastic game, in my opinion, to see if we can get revenge over this Houston Rockets. I think the Bulls will have the goal in mind to get revenge over Houston, and this is the last chance that we will have that opportunity. So if we don't take it now, we might not ever take it. And then the last game is going to be at home against the Toronto Raptors. Now, the game that got delayed was away from home against the Toronto Raptors. It was in Canada, so this is not the game that was postponed. It's just the part of the normal schedule, I would say, and it's going to be a game at home against the Toronto Raptors. It's a big game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a game that I'm looking forward to, and at the end of the day, both these teams could have versed a little bit earlier in this week, so it's another interesting game for the Bulls, and it's one that I think we could potentially go out and win. Nevertheless, all of these games, I believe we will not have Zach LaVine, so that's going to be a 3-game period where we will miss Zach LaVine. He could potentially come back against the Pacers, I would think, and then we've got a couple of winnable games over there in terms of our schedule. We do have a relatively easier schedule now compared to what we had in November. We do have a couple of games that are seen as winnable, and let's see if the Chicago Bulls can capitalize on this opportunity and win some games that we should be winning. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'm not sure how short or long this video was. I think it's around the perfect time. We did talk about a little bit about the delays and the postponements and the injuries, so hopefully this is the last time we'll be talking about it. We can get back to Bulls basketball. I sorely miss it, and I know you guys do too. Have a wonderful and safe day. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care.